Hey, it's Yoni.
And Nancy.
And we're here recapping Scream Season 2, Episode
6.
Okay, yes. Let's get right into it. So, at the end of Episode 5, the school was in lockdown, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we were suspecting who was the killer?
Well, you're suspecting Kieran.
Well, I'm suspecting Kieran. Yeah, this episode was very like, Kieran is the killer to me. But, I mean, we can get into it. So, the episode started with Emma getting a call from the killer, which
was weird. Well,
it rubbed Nancy the wrong way because
it's just weird to me. I don't know. I mean, like, it's just so funny thinking about the killer calling like first thing in the morning when he gets up. He just looks through his phone and he's like, you know what? I'm gonna call Emma like right now. That's what I'm gonna do. And he just goes down his list of like people who to call.
And it's in the middle of the day. Is he like wearing his killer mask when he calls people, or is he like just like in a robe, like post shower?
I feel like he's like eating a bowl of like Lucky Charms when he's doing it. So it's weird to me. Like that's in my head. Like so I can't really like take it that seriously. And then Emma's just like, I'm in your head or some shit like that. Or he said that. I don't know. It was weird.
So the killer is still fucking with Emma. Yeah. Blah blah blah. And then we see more Mr. Branson Brooke stuff. So Brooke gets a tip.
But Kieran ends up at the doorstep right after the phone call.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So that kind of goes back to your whole like.
That's right. Kieran is always there when a killer is involved somehow. So he's just too conveniently there.
He's like a piece of furniture. He
just
does
there.
Nothing.
Yeah.
He's just always there.
The other development was, of course, Brooke basically convinced that Miss Ling, is that her name? The psychology teacher? Miss Ling, right?
I just don't remember her name.
Miss Ling.
She's worthless to me.
So we have Miss Ling, the psychology teacher, and she is screwing around with Mr. Branson, who said that she was her alibi.
Yeah.
And she really wasn't.
It was his alibi the night before.
Two nights before Jake died. Yeah. So Brooke is convinced that Mr. Branson's the killer. You're wrong, Brooke. He's not the fucking killer. Okay, it's Kieran. Watch me be wrong. I'll be so sad. Don't hate me, Brooke. Whatever your real name is, Young Carlson. The actress's name is Young.
I'm not convinced it's Kieran. He's too good looking.
Okay. Well, yeah. So Nancy is like blinded by Kieran's good looks and thinks it's not him.
I think it's Audrey. I hate her. Actually, I'm hoping it's Audrey just so they can just kill her off.
Good segue. Audrey.
That's really mean.
Audrey.
I feel like a mean girl. It's mean. I hope she dies.
Hi, we're the mean girls of Scream vloggers. So Audrey kidnapped Noah.
Oh, but no.
Pretending that the killer kidnapped them both to get a confession out of Noah about stealing her
cell phone. Which I don't know, she weirds me out. There's nothing I can say about that girl.
Nancy is ready for Audrey to go.
I've been ready since season 1. I never liked her character.
Overall, it's pretty clear that Gustavo is not the killer. Do you guys agree? Gustavo, the sheriff's son, is not the killer.
Because he's way too weird. Like, he's too obvious.
Yeah, he's like too much of a red herring.
Along with, like, is it
Eli?
His cousin?
Cousin Eli,
right? Yeah.
Although I'm not sure Eli's out of the woods yet. So we were kind of confused about a couple of things. You let us know in the comment section if you were too. How did the sheriff reopen Jake's phone without the passcode?
Yeah, and the first time he opened it, he used Jake's fingerprint. And it's the way it's the fingerprint.
The dead guy's thumb.
Yeah. But then he just like swiped it open. And I like, even though on like a lot of phones when you change the passcode, you kind of need the previous passcode or the fingerprint. So that's what I'm kind of like curious about.
Script supervisor, get on your shit. Like, come on.
It's part of our what the fuckeries. That's
yeah. So we have a what the fuckery list. That's number 1. Like,
we're gonna be doing that every episode.
Every episode. The other one was Emma. Emma, you need to smarten up a little bit. Like, your mom says don't leave the house. Why leave the house? What was your thing about if your mom said to you?
If I was like 40, I'd like my mom said not to leave the house, I'd be like, yes ma'am. Like, there's no, like, I don't question my mom. Like, Emma wants to get killed. And like a lot of theories going around is that she is the killer and she's like schizo. So I mean that could just be the reason she just doesn't give a fuck about what her.
The reason why that theory is going around is because Emma is always alone when she sees the killer. So maybe she's just making it up. Yeah. The other one was, did anyone think the mayor was gay? We did.
I thought he was gay.
When the mayor goes, I saw something in you, to Eli's mom, Kieran's aunt, Nancy goes, your heels?
I thought he was. Like, and Yoni was just like, gay.
A really great thing that Scream is doing this season is naming each episode after a famous horror movie of the past. This season's episode was called Jeepers Creepers. Did anyone notice that Emma gets a flat tire the same way that the school bus in Jeepers Creepers 2 gets a flat tire? And our cameraman is nodding his head because he agrees with us.
Kieran shows up just like Jeepers Creepers shows up.
I feel like I want to play a drinking game where every time Kieran just shows up after like a killer does something, we'd be
wasted. We wouldn't be able to do recaps anymore. Like, I'm pretty sure we'd have like, there you go.
Like, this would be empty.
Yeah.
Ready, drink.
Yeah. So okay. That's what we're.
It's Kieran. Okay, and before we go into killer theories, any other notes for the episode that stuck out to you?
No, I mean, like, even though I say it's not Kieran,
well, the last Kieran was that he said, I was thinking something, and remember, you're like, that's what the sheriff said to you.
Oh, yeah. It was like when did he do it? It was
towards
like
the
right
end.
Before, yeah, when he again mysteriously showed up at the carnival when Audrey
at the fun house, yeah.
Yeah, when Audrey and
Noah
were all tied up or whatever. Then Emma, he's like magically shows up again, like always.
So at this point, I'm convinced it's Kieran. I think that Kieran was the killer in season 1, along with Piper, and Audrey was the accomplice, and now Kieran's taking revenge or whatever the hell he's thinking.
Kieran's motive for season 1 was like, what did you think it was? You said something to me about it.
I don't remember what the motive was, but his dad died, so maybe that's his motive for season 2.
Yeah.
But for season 1, he's just like a loopy kid.
Probably just in love with Emma.
Yeah, he was the only one. That's why he off the well. Exactly. There's too many motives. Also, everyone suspected Kieran in season 1, so that's why he wasn't the killer. So now no one suspects him, and that's why he is the killer. That's what I think. So we'll have to wait and see. We have 4 episodes.
That each season is kind of like each episode of, or each movie of Scream. Like the first season was the 3rd movie, right?
So Scream 3 was Sydney's half brother. So season 1 of Scream was Emma's half sister.
Yeah.
Now we're in season 2.
And we think it's the boyfriend, which would be Scream 1.
Right.
Yeah.
So that means Billy Loomis's mom might come back in Scream 3 and kill somebody. Yay, Roseanne's sister!
Yeah.
Was that her? Yeah. Roseanne's sister. Yeah.
Along with like the best friend. The best friend's probably going to end up being...
Nancy was born 5 years ago. She doesn't know what the fuck Roseanne is.
I do. I love it.
Alright guys, thanks for watching. So we will see you next week. Let us know in the comments who you think the killer is.
Yeah, there you go.
Bye.